I wanted to offer a perspective from a chakra perspective, from our experience, how we experience ourselves in this body mind, living in this physical plane, and how we experience the outer world, which is Mother Earth, on which we live. These two things that we see as separate, as ourselves as in this body mind and as Mother Earth, are not two different things. We are one and the same energetically. So I just want to begin with offer a very loose idea of what we are in this body mind. So we are pure life energy that is moving through the chakras. And chakras are these energy centers, you can say. And we have more than 7, but to begin with, I'll just share the 7 that we have, through which and how life energy moves through these centers determines how we experience ourselves in our body minds. Energy is always moving through the centers, right? And it's always in a flux, depending on how open we are, what life experiences, how we assimilate them, the beliefs we carry, a lot of it so goes into how we experience life and how we express who we are or who we think we are. And when energy moves through these points, it is a very unique experience that we in our body minds experience as ourselves and how we express into the world from that. So the basic, the foundational chakra or the energy center that's there is the Muladhara, the root chakra at the base of the spine. And this is where energy enters and manifests as physical form. So we experience in our physical body the feeling and the whole lived experience of I am. And this is foundational. The energy, the way that moves through this chakra determines how safe we feel, how secure we feel, how supported we feel in this physicality itself. The next chakra above that is the Swadhisthana, and the base chakra is denoted by red color. The one above that is orange, which is Swadhisthana, which is all about the next level. Once we know I am, then you add flavor to that I am. And that flavor is how we experience ourselves as sensations, how the emotions move in and out, how we experience whatever that is experienced in this physicality. All of that is from our Swadhisthana. It's the sense perception. I feel. These are the two basic. I am, and then how I feel. The next chakra above that, around behind the belly button, one may say on the spine, is the chakra which is the Manipura. Manipura is denoted by the yellow color, and this energy point is all about our power center. This is of our identity at some level in this physicality. Not our core identity, but the relative identity of how we experience ourselves from here. And this is our power center. From here, this is where we do. So this center is all about what I do. Based on how the energy flows, and is supported with the other chakras, whatever I do expresses out from this chakra. The fourth one is the Anahita. Anahita literally means unstruck in Sanskrit, which is I love. That's the heart chakra. And it is in this physicality for our body mind, it's kind of the center point. From here, it's I love. This is the space from where we are fully supported in this body mind, and from here, we connect to the world outside of us. So I love. From here, the next chakra is in our throat, which is Vishuddhi, which is blue color, and this is I express. From here is our Agna Chakra, which is our third eye point, which is I see. When all the chakras open up and are balanced, we are able to express clearly, with clarity, what we need to share. And also our Agna Chakra opens up where we are able to actually see deeper truths. From beyond, it's the third eye point, from beyond what our physical eyes see. The truth of reality, the truth of our whole experience, what we are. And then the seventh one is here, the Sahasrara, which when that opens up, it's opening up to the subtle or our spiritual realm, the energy point, the energy realm of from where we come, that's our core. And here it changes to I know. I know. This is not the knowing of the mind, but this is the knowing from our beingness. We know who we are. So these are the seven chakra points. When energy, that is us, life energy, our core identity, when that's moving through these energy points, we perfectly move in ways that where we feel completely supported and secure. Our relationship with our feelings and emotions are very clear. When something comes at us, life experience comes at us, we really know how to process it, we know how to look at it with clarity and move easily through that. So, and then of course, our doing arises from that. It's literally our effortless doing, inspired doing. And that serves in the world when we step out to do that work. And from here, of course, the center point, like I said, is the I love, where everything is balanced. Now, all the chakra points are important. Energy has to flow through all for us to have a balanced and a wholehearted experience of this physicality in our body minds. So when energy flows and we come here and it's balanced, then we feel a connection to our world. We see the world, we express and we relate abundantly, wholeheartedly. So this is the center point. So from energy moves, and energy is always moving from top to bottom, from bottom to top. So these are the chakras. Now in relationship to Mother Earth, it's exactly like that. So if you look at our earth, imagine a fire within it. And it's the same as the fire that is in our body mind. So if you look at the colors as well, you'll notice the red, the orange, and the yellow of the Tilda Manipura is the fire. That is the fire of life itself that is burning. That gives us the experience of being alive in this body. And it's the same. The core of Mother Earth has this fire that is burning. That is what keeps Mother Earth alive in matter, in a form that is physical, where she's rotating correctly, the seasons are working, everything works perfectly. It's the same with us. In Ayurveda, we call our digestive power in some way as the Jata Agni. So it's the same way. This is the core Agni. If this Agni and this fire is burning and it's alive and it's fed and it's open, we live a full life. We make complete use of this experience as life energy here. and we do what we have come here to do uniquely. And the way the energy is moving through these chakras is already determined in some level. So when we come into this physicality, the way that it's moving determines how we are going to experience, how we are going to express as well. So coming back to Mother Earth, when the fire is alive, all that is happening. Now, when you look at Mother Earth, the red, the orange, and the yellow is the fire which is at her core. The green is the color of the heart. This is where you see the green outside on the surface of Mother Earth. What do I mean by that? If you see Mother Earth from outside, that is where the plants are. That is where the trees are. That is the color of her anahata in many ways, her heart. So if you look at it, we reside in her heart. We always have. So when Mother Earth is keeping us in her heart, and from there, if you look at the color of the sky, which is blue, which is Vishuddhi, when we live in her heart balanced and we know who she is, that she's just a reflection of us, and we live aligned with her energy, our state of expression, our ability is the sky, completely open. Completely open, nothing inhibits, completely open. And then, of course, beyond that is the Agna Chakra, where she starts touching the cosmos. From there, that's the Agna point for her, is when we reach that and we experience that, it is where one may say we are at the edge, touching upon the spiritual realm, the cosmic cosmos and the physicality. So we can see beyond that, and then we really start seeing the whole picture. And then beyond that is, of course, the cosmic level, the spiritual level. Where is the beingness? I know. So in our physical body, minds, and her, we are the same. I was deeply called to make this video and share because I wanted to share with you this experience of how when we see changes happening in Mother Earth, which we are, which we know there are a lot of changes happening, whether it's weather patterns, we're seeing earthquakes, we're seeing changes, we're seeing fires, that this Mother Earth and our body minds are no different. And that means that when we are in our personal identity, moving from the identity of me, that identity that is me blocks life energy from naturally moving through the chakras the way that it would have. And that means we are putting pressure and holding this energy in. What does that mean? That means that we are not fully open and experiencing the I am that is from the root chakra. We don't feel safe, we don't feel supported, we don't feel secure. And this starts shaking the foundational experience of what we are. And then when we don't feel in our body mind whatever needs to be felt, then we are blocking it again. And that means our doing then is not arising from the purity of the life energy that we are. It is arising from the me, the construct of me, that is a construct of beliefs and patterns that don't serve us, that are conditions. So we are naturally unconditional, and energy is naturally moving and playing, life energy. But now the belief that we carry of who I am, we are, is constricting the energy from moving. And this creates a pressure. And that's directly felt by Mother Earth in her core. And that's why we are being asked right now to completely feel in our own unique way and see in which way, which identity are we sitting in, and how are we from that identity not seeing and putting pressure and closing in on how life energy needs to move at this time. When this happens, if we do not move out of our personal identity of what we have been conditioned and taught that this is me, this is what I am, and then we are not moving in the moment the way the life energy is moving, asking us to do things, asking us to feel, allowing it to move, then naturally we are going to suffer, because the pressure of this we are going to feel that in our bodies. Mother Earth is feeling that as well. And as we let go, she automatically will let go as well. So when we allow ourselves to step out of our personal identity and see this, we will start seeing energy moving, and we'll start seeing a lot of things naturally come up. When we are standing in our true identity as awareness, we are able to hold everything. We are able to create a space. We are able to see what these feelings and emotions, which might feel so turbulent, whatever is coming up, and we can be this allowing space for it to move. Because that's all it is, life energy moving through it. And we're able to hold space for it so that we can find our true space, even as these physical beings here, and find and be supported so that it can move through. When we do this, but when we don't do it, then Mother Earth feels the pressure, and that is the pressure when it builds up beyond a point, which is right now, which is what we are experiencing. We are at a very pivotal point, at a tipping point. When that happens, then we will experience her experiencing earthquakes, because we are not feeling, we are holding the pressure. That is where her core fire is. From the red to the orange to the Swadhisthana, till we come to the crust of her, because the crust, that's the green where the Anahita, the heart point is. We'll see the changes. So she is in many ways changing, also trying to release. And many a times we run outwards to take care of her, fixing on the outwards. And of course, this is a very, very unique thing. We are each going to be called uniquely to step out and take physical action. But any action that we take on the outside will just be a reflection of the energy that we hold within. It will reflect the limitation that we hold within of what we can see. So before the doing, in many ways, the invitation is to allow as much as possible. And that's the beautiful part of this, that we don't need to, many of us many times feel we are taking care of families, we are taking care of whatever is around us, and we might not have time or energy to step out and do what needs to be done. And at some level, if you find yourself there, it's not needed. And all that is needed for us, whoever are experiencing this, to just be in our bodies as fully as possible, which is possible for us no matter where we are. And allow and see how our own body minds are inviting us to open up, so that we can allow our life energy to move through it. And when we do this, then we serve her. We serve her. And many ways, these fires that we have seen with the trees burning and all that is happening on the surface is nothing but her message to us, if we are willing to listen, is that she keeps us in her heart and her heart is burning. And that also means our hearts are burning, because we are at that tipping point right now that we need to open our hearts and open ourselves and experience ourselves as the love that we are. Love, of course, is just a word. It's the word for the unconditional allowing space that we are. We are life energy, which allows everything, has allowed all of this experience. And it's an invitation for us to open up. So when our hearts open up, when we can allow all of what this is to be, so that we can then see, and from that space we can share and we can know what this whole experience is, she herself as well comes into balance. So that's the invitation of the changes, that one perspective of the balance of Mother Earth and us, and how it's coming together during these transformational times. So when we sit with ourselves, again, that's why I deeply sense the gift of these two practices, which is pranayama and meditation. These are two gateways. Pranayama, through breath, we surrender and allow prana itself to rewire, reset our energy, life energy, and our chakra points, so that it goes back into the unique balance of what is required for each of our body minds. Because we each here are here to play a role, to uniquely express, to uniquely experience and play a part in life. So no two ways, two beings, two body minds have energy flowing through it in the same way. How do we know this? The mind, the conscious mind, can never know how this energy is flowing or how it needs to flow. But when we let go of our personal identity and we, in this state of complete surrender, just allow prana, the power of the breath, to move through this, our body minds come into balance. And from there is a gateway created from which we can step into meditation, which is our core identity. We step into that. We step into a portal of deeply, truly understanding the truth of what we are. Not the understanding from the mind, but a lived knowing. The Sahasrara point. I know. This knowing is beyond the words, beyond the concepts, beyond what the mind understands. So no matter where we are, we can do this for ourselves, and we are doing it for ourselves. And the other flip side of that, which almost sounds paradoxical, is that it's already happening. And all we need to be aware of or stay open to is to see how our body minds are being supported, how we are being supported in ways so that we can find safe spaces to feel the I am in the root chakra, and then so that we can feel deeply what we are in this physical sensations, this whole experience that we have. And from there to be able to do, right? So till now, in the Piscean age, we were in these three chakras. And this is key to know. So this also directly relates to the densities that we are moving from. So we were in 3D density, the third density. So again, the root chakra, the Swadhisthana, the Manipura, 3D. So it was all about coming up till the Manipura and doing. And it was all power centered. And that power was coming from everything from what I can do. So if I could do something in the world and put my imprint, that was seen as power. That was seen as something that could be done. But now we are moving from that experience into the fourth density. And fourth density is the heart opening density. Us recognizing that it's not just the doing that arises from that physical doing. It is from our hearts. It's about us seeing we are love. We are love. And all of what is love. And so we are bringing in the energy from the cosmos. We are bringing in the energy from the core of Mother Earth, because this body mind belongs to Mother Earth. The matter that this is belongs to her. But we are bringing her energy. We are standing and she's supporting us, and it comes here in the heart. And now we are expressing from here. It's a very different way of it's a different way of experiencing this physicality. It's a different way of expressing our physicality. And that's the invitation of these times at the core as we deepen into it. So I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening. Wishing us very smooth. We're already going through this, and all that is needed, and that's why I'm so passionate to speak about it, is all that is needed that we let go of the identity, the me that we seem to be walking in. And when we stand as presence, we can discern and we can see where the me story has served its purpose and where it needs to be let go so that we can move forward. So, wishing us all a beautiful, transformative time as we move through this portal. So, thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day.